You're listening to Reza Riffs with Keith Reza and Alan Lee, right here on LA Talk Radio.
I think it'd be funny. Oops.
Hey, Rifters, welcome to the show. We got a great show. Our guest is in the waiting room. You see him on Sweet Magnolias and Stranger Things, and Bernie the Dolphin and Bernie the Dolphin 2. The great Logan Allen is here, and we're letting him in as we speak. This is going to be fun, man. Hey, Logan.
Guys. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Ditto. Thank you.
Hey, Logan, this is Alan Lee's the trusty sidekick.
Well, trusty, sort of.
Hey, how you doing, man?
How you doing? Glad to meet you.
Yeah, it's good to meet y'all, man. I'm excited for this one.
Oh, cool, man.
Well,
I'm excited too because like when I found out you were going to do it, I was like, oh my God, great. And then I thought, wait, isn't he a kid? And then I Googled you and you're 18. So I was like, all right, you're old enough to handle this.
Then you're good.
is he a kid?
There you go.
There you
I just
go.
let y'all know too, it is like pouring down rain outside. So I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but I'm from Florida. So big storms here, you know.
Yeah.
It goes from being
storm.
95 and then you get a hurricane that just randomly hits. So
whoa.
Yeah.
Hey,
They have...
in Florida, you guys have like the crocodiles and alligators just walking on the streets, huh?
Dude, we have like pet gators here, bro. Everybody has like, dude, it's crazy. No, for real. Like we got a little place called Gatorland here. It's a theme park for gators. And you just go and you can like hold gators, bro. We're kind of crazy here, bro.
That's cool. That is so cool.
No, like you look up like Florida man and you can find some crazy stories. We got people that like steal gators from like stores and yeah, it's pretty wild.
Oh man.
Love it. I love it.
I wish I lived in Florida instead of California. All we have is like homeless people asking me for money.
Yeah. I feel you, dude.
They're as dangerous as alligators, a couple of them.
Yeah. I get that, dude. No, it's something else here, man. I'm telling you right now. You come to Florida, you're gonna experience something.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait to go.
Yeah. So Logan, we wanted to start because I think it's very fascinating that you're I mean, let's be honest, you start off as a child actor, and now you're still acting. And so like how is that transitioning? Like how is the level going up? Because usually when you do child acting, you kind of just get stuck and then you're like, I'm over it. But now you could get the money. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, also like, the child labor laws are always there and you can go on set for like, you go to like, you do a scene, you do a couple shots, then you go to school and then you come back and then you can't go past like 10 p.m. or something like that. Bro, now that right when I turned 18, I got on a set and all the producers like, oh yeah, we can work you now, man. So now you're doing these long days. You don't get the breaks. You know what I mean? You're constantly working till like 5 a.m. So they were sitting there, man, rubbing their hands together. They were excited. But no, yeah, I think that's probably the biggest change is like when you're a kid actor, you have all those little child labor laws they have to go by and now they can just pretty much do it, work you however they please. But it's fun though. It's what I love to do. So it's kind of being on set for a long period of time is fun. And also night shoots are like the best. Everybody's tired. Everybody's delirious. You know what I mean? So it's fun. Those are the best nights.
Night shoots seem like they'd be a lot more fun than day shoots because I do stand-up comedy and I could never imagine doing stand-up comedy during like the day.
Yeah. Right, like energy wise. No, I feel you, bro. Stand-up bro, that's tough, man. I haven't really tried stand-up comedy, but I'm starting to kind of get into comedy now. I got some friends that are really into it, dude. That's a tough business. You
should do it though, like right now, because you got so much experience and you got credits, so you could get so much work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then by the time you're like 23, you would have a Netflix special.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, I just don't like, I'm still trying to understand the rhythm in comedy. You know what I mean? It's very different, very unique. So like, I'm trying to kind of feel it out a little bit. But no, yeah, I have a lot of respect for you guys because it's not easy. Because it's not just the joke, it's delivery, timing. You got to feel the room. Like there's a lot of different aspects to it.
Well, I would say stand-up is a lot like acting in a way because, I mean, I'm not a great actor like you, Logan Allen, and but By the way, before we talk about your acting, I was like listening to other interviews because I didn't want to like ask you the same questions. So I listened to 4 interviews, and I didn't know you played baseball. And I was like, this guy, I thought he was a kid. And then I was listening to the Logan Allen baseball guy.
He has.
Yeah.
He had to do
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah, no, you look up Logan Allen, he's the first one that pops up, dude. But it's funny though, because he stole my Instagram username, by the way. His name's Logan Allen, and he took mine, bro.
Yeah.
So I DM'd him one day. I was like, bro, why'd you do that to me, man? And he's like the coolest guy in the world. We talk a little bit. He's like a pitcher for one of the major league teams. I don't know which one, but
what I was saying is so comedy and acting, I would say like I think the biggest thing is confidence, because that's what you got to have. You know, like you could say a joke that's not funny, but if you're confident that's funny, you know, you could act like it's funny. And same with acting.
Even if they don't laugh.
Right.
See, this is why we have a trusty sidekick, so Alan could like make me look stupid.
Trusty.
No, yeah, and I think that's right. Like you said, like it's like a rhythm thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just kind of about hitting those points. And I guess you're like you're right. Like acting, got to hit those marks and hit that and hit those points. You're 100% right. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's a little scary. You know what I mean? I know everybody sometimes bombs and stuff, but that would just be, I don't know. That's like a whole different level of anxiety for me. You know?
Well, when you come to LA, I'm gonna get you into doing stand-up comedy. I promise you.
I bet that, man.
Yeah.
Bet that.
I'm a guy who will hold you to that too. So I wanted to ask you because how do you get into, like, do you just wake up and say, hey, I want to do acting? Like, did you do modeling first, or like how did you get into this career that you want to do?
Yeah, man. So it was through a family friend. My mom's a teacher and she taught like this. There's like a family of like 5 girls. And so over the years, you know, they're all the sisters. She kind of taught all of them in middle school. And so we became pretty close to that family. And the mom, it was like this like festival at the school, because I went to the same school. It was like a kindergarten to 8th grade school. Yeah. And the mom was like, hey, you know, I was like 8 years old, dude. And this is when Justin Bieber was Justin Bieber. She was like, dude, your kid looks just like Justin Bieber. I had the Bieber flow going on. And they were like, we need to get him, you need to do modeling or something with him. And I think he'd do well. And the reason she said that is because the youngest daughter is an actress. And so she kind of knew her way through it a little bit. And you know, there's a lot of scams out there. So my mom wasn't like fully, you know, set on it. Yeah. But I was there with them while they were having that conversation. I was like, dude, we're doing it. I was like, I want to be on TV, you know, I want to be on Disney, Nickelodeon. So I got kind of started with that. They kind of helped me stay away from a lot of the scams and stuff, because it's terrible, some of the stuff out there in the industry. And I know,
especially
you know,
for like child actors. Yeah.
Right. No, yeah, they'll take advantage of you, man, for sure. And people that don't have the knowledge in the industry, you know, and that's not only acting. I mean, it's comedy and all that too. You know, there's terrible people out there for sure. But anyway, so she kind of helped us navigate through it. And I started out with, like you said, modeling, commercials, more like smaller stuff. And then in 2015 is when it really kind of blasted off for me. I was in a Nickelodeon show called Talia in the Kitchen. And what's funny is the youngest daughter of that family was also in the show. So there's like a funny little, like, you know, small world thing where it kind of came back around. And I was in the same show as her back in 2015. So it's kind of, cool. It was definitely like a longer process. I was acting before that point, maybe like for 3 years. And then I got that show, and I wasn't doing film and TV for another 3 years after that show in 2015. And then 2018 or around 2019 is when everything really started coming up. I had like 4 projects in 1 year. And then that's just when it really started going crazy. So.
And one of the things is, which I'll be honest, Alan, turn off your phone. We're talking to Logan Allen. Jesus.
Sorry, Logan.
I apologize, Logan. He usually tells the ladies not to call him during Reza.
Well, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do?
I get it, brother. I get
it. It'd be funny if someone called him and Alan picked up. He's like, "Hello, hi. Can I say hello to Logan?" Like.
I feel that, bro.
Listen, I can call her back. No.
But Logan, what I was gonna say is, you also, like, I haven't seen these movies. I apologize, but you're the star of Bernie the Dolphin and the sequel, which you got a sequel right off the bat of that. So that's gotta be kind of cool, right?
Yeah. So that was one of the projects that kind of got me back going again after that little hiatus there for like after the Nickelodeon show. And yeah, I got that first movie and then it did really, really well, sold in like 141 countries or something wild like that. And then, or maybe like 121, something like that. And it did so well that we're like, hey, let's make another one. So we did that. And that was really cool because before then I wasn't really involved in any movie. I was never on a movie set. Television is very different from film. When it comes to the pacing of shooting and everything like that. So it was a very new experience for me. And then, and yeah, after that, I did the Creep Show TV show and Sweet Magnolias and then Stranger Things and everything really started kind of picking up. So those two movies, Bernie the Dolphin 1 and 2 is what really kind of, got the wheels turning.
Yeah.
So those definitely have a special place in my heart.
So what was it like working with a dolphin? Because I saw Free Willy once, and I just thought, oh, that kid must have hated that whale because it always like jumped over him and stuff.
Yeah. No, so like, yeah, man, like in Florida, bro, we have three things. We got gators, mosquitoes, we got dolphins, So yeah, the dolphins are cool, bro. Dolphins are like little dogs. Like dogs of the water. That's kind of what I like to call them. Like they would have, I remember walking on a set and we filmed with actual dolphins, by the way, in the sanctuary called Marineland. And it was pretty cool. Each dolphin had a big injury and they brought him in and were, kind of, healing him back and everything. And so we came in, there was like 5 different dolphins and they had like this big bucket of like footballs and basketballs and stuff. Dude, you throw one to them, they'd catch it and throw it back. The craziest thing in the world. And they would come up, give you high fives, like without the trainers even saying anything. It was the weirdest thing in the world. They were literally like little golden retrievers that had tails, crazy stuff.
Yeah. Well, what's weird about dolphins is one, I don't know anything about them, but two, I have a form of autism called Asperger's syndrome. So like everyone tells me, oh, like it's a stereotype that everyone with autism likes dolphins and stuff, and I don't like dolphins at all. So I always get asked, like, how do you connect with dolphins? I was like, I connect more with like dogs. Like I don't have a dolphin for emotional support.
I didn't know that was a thing.
So
that's weird.
I didn't either, to tell you the truth.
But you did work with a legend in Bernie the Dolphin, the Kevin Sorbo, who played Hercules. So that's kind of cool, right?
Bro, having Hercules on set, man, was wild. No, he was a really cool dude. Yeah, what movie was it where they're like Hercules? That's all I could think about.
Nutty Professor.
Funny. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's all was going through my head every time I saw him. But no, he was a really cool dude. Him and Patrick Muldoon. Both were from Starship Troopers. They were really cool. Those two guys made the set a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah. So is he really strong like in the TV show or no?
Dude, for his age, bro, he's still built.
Oh my god.
He's still big, bro. And then like I'm good friends with his 2 sons. And dude, they have the best genetics in the world, man. Like I started going to the gym and stuff. You know how the gym culture is getting big now. Dude, they have, bro, their physique's crazy, man. And I'm like, you guys have the best physique. You're Hercules' son. You know what I mean? Like, meanwhile, I'm over here sitting at like, 5'7", 130 pounds. And they're like 6'5", 250, and I'm like, oh, man, could have been me, bro. Could have been me,
I was thinking of a good idea for a business plan for a gym.
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually thinking about this, and then you brought it up, so I thought I'd share it with you. Maybe you could, use your celebrity status and make it happen. But like a gym for fat guys, you know what I mean? Like you can't go to the gym if you're built and buff. You have to be fat to go to this gym. That way, other fat people can like not feel intimidated. You know what I mean?
That is something that's actually like a problem, dude. Like a lot of people are scared because of gym culture. They think like all the big muscular dudes are just like total jerks, but dude, they're some of the nicest people in the world. Like that's the thing. Like I see people all the time. I talk to people that don't want to go to the gym and they say the same thing. It's like I feel like I'd be getting judged or something like that, but dude, everybody's so sweet. And you do have, those people here and there, you know what I mean, that are a little bit iffy, but most people in the gym are really cool. So like, to anybody that is kind of feeling that way, dude, just go for it, dude. Everybody's very sweet. If you got any questions,
I'm gonna move to Florida and go to the gym with you then, because the gym's in Los Angeles. The guy says, "Spot me." I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, hey, listen, we'll go to Gatorland and we'll go to the gym right after. That's what we'll do.
You can do a little running. Little aerobics.
There you go.
Alan, you wanted to ask Logan about that show that you were telling me you saw, Creepland, right?
Logan's a fan of horror films and horror, right?
Huge fan of horror movies.
Yeah, and you were on Creep Show, which it's funny because there was a magazine, with that guy,
right?
And you must have enjoyed doing that, being a horror fan. And that said, I wanted to ask you, you like vampires, I take it? Vampire films, yeah. Did you see the '94 Dracula with Gary Oldman? Because
dude, so that's on my list of movies to watch.
What?
That's on my list of movies to watch.
Oh, there you go. Well, I'm punctuating it. That is one of the creepiest Draculas of all time. I'm telling you.
That's what
he is like.
I love Gary Oldman. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. And dude, every single person I talk to that's a horror fan recommends that to me. I need to get to it. It's on my list.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I'll make it happen.
So Logan, since you're a horror fan, I think you should be in the new Saw movie.
Dude, Saw 10.
Yeah. Oh, Saw 10. Saw 10. My God.
Yeah.
They're at 10?
I have no idea.
It's coming out. I'm starting a rumor that Logan's in it.
Yeah, hey, you never know, dude. I'll be the first person killed off, dude. Like, imagine being in a trap. I don't know what I do. Number one, my anxiety would get to me. I'd be freaking out. You know what I mean? I'd cut my leg off. I don't know. I'd go crazy. I'm claustrophobic. Yeah. Some of those traps are wild.
Couldn't imagine. Definitely, yeah. But some of those traps too are also very unbelievable.
Yeah, it's true. It makes no sense. Or they can easily get out of the trap. You know what I mean? And it's like, what are you doing? You're killing yourself right now. Just turn around. You know what I mean? Yeah. Lift up your leg.
I don't know. Like like if I was in a room in a bathroom stranded with another person, I'd just be like, you know what? I think we should just do a podcast or something and kill time.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's great.
So now you're on Still Magnolias, which is a big show. My mom is actually a huge fan of it. So when I told her I was going to interview you, she was like, "Oh my God,"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah." So that's like a show that all the ladies like.
Dude, yeah, Sweet Magnolias is a very I say it's a mom show for sure, but what's cool because it's very soapy, right?
Yeah.
It's very, very soapy. And
I like soapy.
But what's interesting about it though too is it's a show that has all different age age groups. You have the teenagers, the adults, and the grandparents. So I call it a mom show, but really everybody enjoys it of all age groups and also different cultures. There's every culture you could think of, I think is represented in some way or can relate in some way. All these characters are very relatable in some way. And I think that's kind of what definitely attributes to the success. But I think most of the fan base are definitely moms. It's definitely the majority.
Well, how is it? Because this is what, the third season that's coming out?
Third season.
Okay, so you've been on the show for 2 seasons, so you know how everyone works and stuff. So how does that improve your acting game? Because you know your character, but your character is changing as the show goes on too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no. So we filmed season 1 in 2019. So I was just turning 15 at that time.
And those child labor laws, they really
Yo, dude, I love those 30-minute breaks. I would get my Uncrustable and I was just chilling. But yeah, so I did it in 2019. I was super young and I almost kind of grew up with the character in a way, right? I'm going to be turning 19 soon. And it's been crazy to grow up because all these different events that this character has gone through within these first 2 seasons sticks with them through the rest. You know what I mean? So in season 2, there's a big car crash. Well, at the end of season 1, at the beginning of season 2, there's a big car crash with my character in it. And season 2 is basically all him just trying to navigate through the guilt, you know what I mean? Through the pain, and all of that stuff. And even though he kind of gets over it by the end of season 2 and kind of finds himself, there's still that kind of piece that's sticking there with him. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That guilt's still going to be always going to be there because he almost endangered someone that was in the car. It did endanger him. It almost killed them. So that piece is always going to be stuck with him. So in season 3, even though he's kind of away from that, you could still see there's something in Kyle that changed him a little bit. So that was really fun to play. It's that small nuance, you know what I mean, that you can kind of play around with, and all these different emotions that have built up over time. So I think that's probably my favorite part of the character, is kind of discovering new things about himself, and then also kind of playing around with these emotions and seeing him grow as a character, because Kyle's like 14, 15 years old in the show. So, even though I've gotten older, he's kind of, the show takes place over a span of there's no time jump. So it's only like 4 or 5 months.
No, I get it.
So,
yeah.
So it's been fun to kind of navigate with that, teenager trying to find himself,
Yeah. It's kind of like that show Days of Our Lives, you know what I mean? Where I haven't watched it since 3 or whatever, but I remember I'd watch an episode and they'd be like, "Ooh, this guy, oh, he dated me on Friday." And then 20 years later, you watch it again and they're like, "Yeah, you remember last Friday?" You're like, "Holy Lord." What a huge what a huge jump, And then the actors change or whatever, and it's always someone who doesn't look like the original actor, and you're like, did this guy in 1 week go through a really bad skin tan or something?
Hey, dude, that's what's crazy is this show's done a good job of those it's not really noticeable.
Yeah.
Which is really surprising, because like you said, there's some shows where there's a child actor especially, and the kid's 3 years old, and then you come back for season 2 and it's 1 week later and this kid has a family of 3. You know what I mean? And it's what did we miss? It's wild. But
I think that's why if you're on a show with kids particularly, you got to film it really fast. You know what I mean?
Very fast. Yeah. Because usually with Stranger Things, right? That's a show that it took them 3-4 years to film season 4.
Yeah.
These kids are 24 now, and they were 10 when they first started. It's crazy. So and you could definitely tell there's a big change. You know what I mean? They're super grown up for what they look like in season 3. So, studios are definitely very quick to get things going when kids are involved, for sure. Trust me, they're going crazy trying to get going.
And speaking of Stranger Things, you were on Stranger Things. What a coincidence.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, man. Crazy. Yeah, no, that was fun. I got to throw milkshakes on everybody, and that was an exciting experience.
Now, I don't know if you could spoil this, but is there a chance you're gonna come back in Stranger Things the final season?
They haven't reached out. They haven't
What?
said anything to me. I'm yo, I'm here.
Yeah.
I will gladly bully Millie Bobby Brown for 4 episodes again. Let's make it happen. Yeah, no, they haven't reached out or anything yet. So I'm just kind of I would love to be a part of it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make sense for my character either, though, because in season 4 I'm in California, and then they go back to Hawkins anyway. So unless my character is so set on bullying this poor girl, he just gets on a plane and lands in Hawkins, Indiana, and it's let me just bully you and go to your high school.
No.
You know what I mean? I don't think that's gonna happen, but you never know, though. People are mean. We'll see.
Yeah, I think that would be cool, because Stranger Things is the #1 Netflix show of all time or something.
Oh, for sure.
And I remember I saw it. I was like, oh my God, this is, because I didn't see it. I read the script first, because I take screenwriting, and my teacher, he has the hookups with the Duffer brothers, so he let us read the pilot. I was like, oh my God, this is so good. And he's like, oh, spoiler alert, they just filmed a pilot and it's coming to Netflix. And we're like, oh my God.
Wow. So you were able to read it before?
Yeah, but I think it was already filmed. You know what I mean? So I think it was ready to, I just never heard of it until,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, I didn't watch season 1 or season 2. And then when season 3 dropped, I'm sure you remember the summer of 2019, everybody and their brother was watching that show. And that's when it really blasted off. And then I was like, all right, I guess I'll check it out. It looked kind of stupid, but I was like, I'll watch it. Then I fell in love with the show. And I've seen it 4 times. So
I was catching up on Tiger King.
Oh, Tiger King.
That, man. Yo, I haven't seen season 2. I don't know.
There's a season 2 of that?
Yeah, there's a season 2. They did a season 2.
I love that show. I love that show.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was in Florida. There you go. That's Florida.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We were just talking about that.
Right.
Have you ever taken a picture with a tiger, Logan?
I don't mess with tigers, man.
Yeah.
I don't mess, dude. I don't mess with sharks. I don't care about dude. I'll swim in a lake with gators any day. But when it comes to sharks, I've seen Shark Week too many times. My dad played Jaws on repeat when I was a kid. So I stay away from big animals for sure.
Well,
Oh,
out here it's
Jaws scared
bears.
you?
It's bears that we're afraid of in the park. Hiking. Well, not near Los Angeles, but it's bears. And Joe
You guys got
Rogan
mountain
goes
lions
on
too,
and
right?
on about
Oh
bears.
yeah, mountain lions. Oh,
Yeah,
they're
so
scary.
that's right,
Yeah.
mountain lions.
Yeah, I'm
Logan, I don't
good.
know if you know what a mountain lion is, but
Nope.
it's a lion that you find on the mountain.
That's wild.
Isn't he
That's wild.
amazing?
Does it look like a
See,
lion?
yeah,
It looks like a
that's his.
lion with a buzzed haircut.
Oh, that's your mountain lion routine. It's his mountain lion
Uh,
routine.
You learn
um,
something new.
yeah. So so yeah, so there's a season 2 of Tiger King. That's very interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
Season 2. I have no idea what happens. I don't know where they would go with the story because isn't he in jail?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what last
Yeah.
time.
I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, it probably had like 2 episodes and it just ended. I don't know.
My favorite is the girl who, like, because I'm on Cameo, which is a website for like I should get you on Cameo. I think you would be good on Cameo, where you give like your fans shout outs and stuff.
I'm on Cameo.
Are
Oh,
you?
oh,
Oh
yeah.
my God!
I'm
Holy,
there. I'm
plug
I'm
your
part of the party.
Cameo, Logan. God.
Yeah. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. Oh, are you on it? Seriously?
I'm on Cameo. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
plug
wow.
it.
Well, that's
Yeah, there you
cool.
go.
My
Cameo,
God.
Logan Allen. If you guys want like a fun little shout out for your family or whatever, I'm on there. Go check it out.
Yeah. See.
All right. That's cool.
So, since because we're celebrities, we're on Cameo. I like it when the cat lady, she does a cameo,
Uh-huh.
and she's like, "Oh, this is my cameo." She's like, "Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, I murdered my husband. Anyways, this is a shout out."
Yo, that first season was a really good show. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but it was interesting. That was something else, and it was all over TikTok too. But yeah, no, I've seen her on Cameo too. Yeah, it's strange. Definitely very strange.
Very
Yeah.
strange. I find this very fascinating. Is it true you wrote and directed a short horror film called The Dark Room?
We just did it.
Oh my God.
We just did it. Yeah. So it's it could probably be up to like 15 minutes long, but we're going to narrow it down to 9 minutes for this festival here in Orlando that we're
Cool.
entering in.
Cool.
And yeah, me and my buddy Braden Noble, we wrote it together like 4 months ago. So very recently, and we directed it and acted in it as well. So it's kind of our little baby, and
Nice.
we're editing it right now. So we're in the process of that, and it's going to be, I think we have to submit it by the end of the month, to the film festival people, and it'll be premiering, I believe, in September, August. So it'll be out on YouTube too, right after it premieres at that film festival, so everybody can watch it and stuff. And if you guys follow me on my Instagram, it's Logan Allen, because the baseball player took my username. No, but no, if you guys follow me on my Instagram, it's Logan Allen. I'll do updates and stuff, and we have an Instagram for that movie as well, but I'll put it on my my main Instagram page, so you guys can go check it out. But yeah, no, that was a fun experience. We talked about it, and Alan mentioned it. I'm a big horror fan. I love horror movies, and horror's finally starting to make a comeback. There was a little era there where it was kind of going downhill, and now it's finally starting to get going again. There's some good movies. We have Insidious today, and some good ones are coming back. But yeah, no, it's every time I watch a horror movie, I'm like, man, I would have done it this way. I would have tried this out. So this was our like opportunity to kind of just do everything we wanted to do and kind of bring it to screen. So yeah, no, we're really excited about it. Like I said, we're editing it right now, and it's going to be out pretty soon. So this is our little baby.
So is there a chance that you're gonna like make this? I mean, it's a short now, but is there a chance you're gonna make it a feature and try and do that? Because that'd be cool.
That's the plan. That's the
Oh
plan.
my
Yeah,
God.
we pretty much have exactly like the idea of what we want to do with it. It's just kind of eventually bringing it to life. So right after we stop editing it and we submit it to the festival, we're going to start writing that script right away. And this short film, it also kind of leaves a lot of questions as well, in a good way. It's not like super confusing where you're left there as an audience, like what's going on, but there's little things that you're going to be like, oh, I wonder what that is. Let's explore that a little bit more. And then we're going to do that in the hour and a half, 2 hour, whatever it is, film that we're going to be doing. So we're super excited about it. So yeah, a feature length is definitely the plan. And I think we have some really fun ideas and where we want to go with it. So
If you get it as a feature and you direct it and you write it, Logan Allen, will be the youngest person to have a direction movie out. Did you know that? Because you'll only be 19, I'm assuming.
yeah.
The youngest person to do that was Emilio Estevez from a movie called Wisdom. He was 23. He wrote and directed it. So
Really?
if you get that, you'll beat that record.
Oh, well, we're gonna do it, baby. We're gonna do it.
You're
Yeah, we're gonna make it
You're
happen.
gonna call Emilio on the phone and be like, Emilio, I beat your record.
We took that from you. Stop playing. Yeah, no, it's that'd be incredible. No, yeah, we're really excited about it, and the way like all the footage, how it turned out, our incredible DP Mike, he was awesome. He had some really good shots, and I'm really excited to see how the final product. And we have a really good actually our guy that's doing the score is out in LA, so he's in your neck of the woods.
Cool.
Yeah.
Tell him to hit me up. We'll go get a chicken.
Hey.
Okay, Logan. I'll do your movie.
Yeah, hey, you'll be the first one killed, but we'll make it happen. It'll be
There you
opening
go.
scene. You know what I mean?
There you go. I'm
Make it
second up.
happen.
Logan, I have two more questions for you. Alan, you got any last second questions for Logan Allen?
Well, I hate to give him another
You guys have the
film.
same name, kind of. You're Alan. He's
No, it's ALAN.
Alan. Yeah, but it's Alan.
No, if you're from Texas, you would spell it like his name, 2 L's. Like
No,
there's a
no.
city called Allen, Texas. But this is the
No, I know. But
ALAN.
your name's Alan. His last name's Alan.
Yeah,
I
but
know
they're
it's spelled different,
different.
but it's still Alan.
I'm a teacher, Logan, and all this happens all the time with Keith. No, they're spelled fucking differently.
No, I know they are spelled. I
No,
mean,
they
it tells me
sound
on
the
the
same, but
Zoom
they're
they're spelled
spelled differently.
differently. I'm
Dear
just
God.
saying.
He's breaking it down for you, man.
Okay.
No, it's Hammer Films in England was known for having a lot of Dracula films, and they were famous for this one. It was a one-shotter that has a cult following. It's called Captain Cronus, Vampire Hunter, and it's unbelievable. The premise. He's he's a former British soldier, okay, which probably fought against America,
Mhm.
and he got bit, and so he and his sidekick now go out to hunt vampires, and he's a half vampire, and it's a hoot. Captain Cronus, Vampire.
When did that come out?
Oh man, this is like the 70s. It's old.
Okay.
You can
Dude,
see clips of it. It might help you just with ideas.
Yeah, no, I love classic horror. Like my favorite horror movie of all time is 1978's Halloween. So
Oh yes,
my
yes,
God.
yeah.
it's a classic.
With
That's a
Jamie Lee
classic.
Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis,
Yes,
John
Jamie Lee
Carpenter.
Curtis.
You know what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
It's a good one.
great. Yeah,
I'll definitely
Um,
check it out though. Appreciate that.
yeah, sure.
So Logan, I just wanted you to know that Alan's a teacher, but he doesn't know the difference between a story and a question.
You know what? I'm going to give you an exam when Logan leaves. I'm going to give you an exam.
Oh yeah. Drop it on him, Alan.
So Logan, I wanted to ask you this, and I hate these type of questions because I don't like what it's like being a celebrity. We know everybody. It's all good, but on a scale of 1 through 10, how close are you with Chris Klein?
I don't really talk to him too much. He lives in Texas, so I kind of let him do his thing. But whenever we are filming and stuff, we're pretty close. That's my guy. He's my dad,
Yeah, that's
Cool.
what I'm saying. Chris,
Bro, Chris Klein, a legend. No, he there's so many legends on this show. Like people don't, realize. And we have, we got Joanna Garcia Swisher from Reba, right?
That's your
Come on
mom.
now. That's
Yeah.
my mom.
Yeah.
My dad is American Pie, Chris
Yeah.
Klein,
Cool.
right? We got Zoe 101 and Jamie Lynn Spears. We got
Yeah.
Justin Bruning. The whole cast, it's incredible. We have some really,
Logan
really
Allen, come on.
that too.
But
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful cast and everybody's really nice. But yeah, Chris Klein he's such a good guy. Such a
Yeah.
good guy. he has this really, really good presence to him. And then what's cool too is like, you know, he's always down for questions. If you have any question about like any of these other projects and stuff, like he'll lay everything out for you. And a lot of people are kind of like sometimes a little, I don't know, they don't like to really talk about their past projects too much, but he's someone who's very open and he
cool.
loves just having a good conversation with you. So he's a good dude.
Oh, well, next time you see your on-screen father, give him a, hey, Razor Riffs is fun.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
We have asked him before.
There's that plug.
But here's the thing about Chris Klein, and this is what I think, because I think he's a brilliant actor, and this is how my mind works, and I don't think a lot of people's minds work, because everyone knows him from American Pie, right? But if we're being honest, he was just like one of the funny guys in that movie. But his best movie was actually Street Fighter. And it was such a, you know, a lot of people didn't like that movie because it was so, you know, not to the story or whatever, but he took that entire movie and he was the most interesting character in that whole film. So he made it watchable. And to me, that's what makes a great actor.
He was in Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he probably will never talk about it because he probably thinks it's one of the worst movies ever, but he's actually the best one in that whole movie. Like when you watch that movie, you're like, oh my God, this guy is so good.
I'll check it out.
Yeah,
I'll get to it.
But you know what I mean? When you read like a script you're not really too happy with, and then like you just find that one thing that you're like, oh, this is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah. If he brings the entertainment to the script and brings the life out of the script, that's all you're wanting to do as an actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And especially like, you know, you said in a movie that probably isn't the best, you know, written or you know, best overall stuff around it. I think having that one guy in it's important, and I think it just makes you stand out even more. That doesn't surprise me though. Chris, his versatility as an actor is very underrated.
Yeah,
he's been around for a while.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's really, I'll check it. I didn't know he was in that movie though. I gotta watch it now.
Yeah, definitely. I'll send you the link. That's what the cool kids said.
Yeah.
They're like, so okay, and I got two more questions for you, and I want to respect your time. So, if you could work, who do you want to work with in the future that you haven't worked with yet? Like, what's your goal person to work with?
There's a lot. I think. Well, I mean, the one everybody probably wants to work with is Adam Sandler. I think just kind of being around him would be really cool. You know, he's such a good dude. You know what I mean? Pulling up to set with his basketball shorts and oversized hoodie. Can't beat it. Who doesn't love Adam Sandler?
We could get you in Grown Ups 4.
Get me in Grown Ups 4. Dude, Grown Ups 4 or Grown Ups 3, whatever it is. I'm a huge Grown Ups fan. I will pull up. I don't care. But yeah, no, I think Adam Sandler's up there. Christian Bale is probably my favorite actor of all time. I think just his way that he approaches his characters and the what's what I'm looking for. I don't know, just how, I guess the dedication is the word I'm looking for. Yeah. The dedication to his characters are really interesting. I mean, you know, everybody knows how he went from the Machinist to playing Batman. You know what I mean? In under like a year, he went from like 120 pounds or whatever it was to 240.
That was unreal.
Yeah, crazy. So his dedication is something that's really interesting, and his versatility, I think, on top of that. We know actors that are very method, but you know, maybe their versatility isn't as good, right? When their dedication's good. His dedication's incredible, and his versatility is good, and his acting is just incredible in pretty much everything he does. And he's always the standout, even in the MCU movie. And love Thor: Love and Thunder. He stood out. He was a great villain. And it's such a weird role for him to play, but he just killed it. So
that's right.
An actor, we kind of talked about that with Chris Klein, right? When an actor stands out in every single one of his projects, I think that's definitely a sign that he's just a tremendous actor. So working with him would be cool.
Now, is your goal, like, as you continue, you know, getting more experience in this, are you trying to do the whole, like, would you like to do the method thing, or would you just like to do what you know now and just keep on grabbing on that?
Method's something I haven't really dove into. I haven't really had to, right? You know, I feel like method's just such an, I actually did a YouTube video talking about it. It's a very interesting concept that I personally I can't really speak on it because, like I said, I haven't really had to do it or don't have much experience with it. I haven't even really, I haven't really even done a project with someone that's really method. Speaking of Chris Klein, he'll keep his Southern accent in the show off, like not offset, but like when we're like hanging around on set, he'll keep a Southern accent. So
Oh my God.
I never, like when I first met him, I met him offset and we had this like lunch or whatever. And he was just Chris Klein. Right. And then he gets on the set and he's just full on Bill Townsend. And it's so weird with that accent. He never breaks it. It's so creepy. But no, like, so I've had some people like that, but when it comes to full on method, like Daniel Day-Lewis and Lincoln, you know what I mean? Or stuff like that, that's a whole nother level that I can't really say I have too much experience with. So, if it comes to time, maybe, but I'm just someone who I not right now. I think it's just kind of navigating my way through.
Yeah. You know what sucks about Daniel Day-Lewis is for the rest of his life, he probably has to sign a whole bunch of $5 bills.
It's true. That's true. Well, when you think of Daniel Day-Lewis, you think of Lincoln. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't get around it. You're stuck with that role. You know, crazy, man. Like playing Batman or the Joker. You're that character for the rest of your life. You know.
That's right.
You know what I was thinking would be a funny sketch? Maybe not, but I'll tell you anyway. Maybe it'll get me canceled. I don't know. But like you do a sketch of Lincoln's assassination, right? Because here's the thing: people don't know John Wilkes Booth was like the Brad Pitt during that time. Like he was the most famous actor. So he could like go in, right? Be like, I just want to see the president. They're like, all right, Mr. Booth, we love your work. Oh, great. You want me to sign your play or something like that, right? And then he goes to the president and he shoots him. And he's like, I missed. And they're like, oh, it's okay, Mr. Booth. Here's another gun. We love your work. Thank you.
That's SNL right there.
Yeah.
That's SNL right there.
John Wilkes Booth. Don't get us canceled. Okay. And my last question for you, Logan Allen. Usually I ask people to go back in a time machine and talk to a younger version of yourself to give you, words of encouragement of what you know now. But since you're so young, you probably don't know that. So if you could go into a time machine and go to the future and talk to a future version of yourself, what would you say?
That's a deep question. I don't know. I would just ask him, what's just, if you could give me one piece of life advice, what would it be? And kind of go from there. I know it's a very generic answer. I know you probably want something more, but like I would just genuinely ask, because I don't know how much time I have with him. If I'm sitting down, we're having, lunch or something, and we can have a full conversation. You know what I mean? Ask him what Gatorland looks like 20 years from now. But I think, but no, I would just ask, any kind of piece of advice he would have, whether it's career, life, just to kind of see. But 20 years from now, I don't know, no telling what's going to happen. AI might be taking over,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I thought for sure you were going to ask
robots.
yourself this. I thought for sure you're going to ask yourself this. You go to the future and you talk to an older version of Logan Allen, and you say, "Hey, do I ever get to work with Christian Bale?"
That's true. Where's the picture with Adam Sandler? Yeah, no. That'd be one of them.
Where can the folks at home follow and support you, man?
What's that?
Where can the folks follow and support you?
Yeah, you can go on my Instagram. That's where I'm mainly on. It's Logan Allen. The ITS is in front of it. And then if you go to, I have a YouTube channel as well, same name. You guys can go check me out on there. And then just kind of be on the lookout for Sweet Magnolias season 3 dropping July 20th. And then the Dark Room short film that we're doing. It's gonna be super fun.
And the future Dark Room, the feature.
Oh yeah, the one starring Christian Bale.
Yeah. Cameo, Keith Reza dies immediately.
Yeah. That's called, in Logan, that's called a callback in comedy, where you go back and riff on the same thing that you said already.
I'm figuring it out. You know what I mean?
You got that.
We're getting there.
So he got a...
Hey, one last question. Are you on this new social media site called Trends?
Trends.
Is it Trends or are you talking about Threads?
Threads, yes, Threads.
Threads. Yeah, I'm on Threads.
I just signed up for Threads. I think it's the coolest.
I was doing an interview yesterday. I guess it dropped like a couple nights ago. And then he was like, "Hey, are you on Threads?" And I'm like, "What's that?" And he just talked. Yeah, it's like Twitter, and Twitter's suing him.
Oh, are they really?
Elon Musk is suing him. It's going down right now. It's crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, Follow Logan on Threads, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm on Threads. It's same name and everything. Or because I think if you go to my Instagram page, you can go on there. There's like a little link. They have it connected.
Cool.
So
That is
go
Because
check that out.
I threaded, I'm not going to say tweet because that's not, I threaded a status saying I was interviewing you, and I threaded tagged you.
Oh, you threaded. Okay, I got you. I'll look for it. Is
So
that what you say? Threaded?
I guess. I mean, you can't use Twitter. I tweeted
No,
you.
that's true. I don't know what you'd use. We'll go with threaded. We'll stick with it.
All right.
Well, Logan, hey man, thank you so much for doing this. I had a blast, and I'm a huge fan, and you're a good dude, and I can't wait to work with you in your movie.
I appreciate that, man. I'll give you a call. We'll make it happen. No, I had a great time. Seriously, this is an awesome little thing you got
Thanks
going.
a lot, Logan. Thanks a lot, man.
No, thanks for the suggestions. I'm gonna get to those movies.
Oh man, that's cool.
All right, Logan, have a good day, buddy, and we'll talk to you soon, man.
Sounds good, bro. You have a great one.
All right.
All right, guys. That was the interview with Logan Allen, the great actor, not the baseball player. Subscribe, rate, and review, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right.
You're listening to Reza Riffs with Keith Reza and Alan Lee, right here on LA Talk Radio.